Setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable, but if you're going to live a life that is authentic, that's lined up with the things you really want, it's something you really have to get good at. So, this is the first in a 5-part series on coaching yourself through your challenges. And I've been getting some questions from some of you. And this is the question I was asked this week. I don't know how to set boundaries. And even when I know the boundary I want to set, I struggle with the discomfort and I just end up not saying anything. That leaves me feeling frustrated and resentful as I put up with things I don't like. All right, you are not alone. This is common. I've even been there and worked my way through it. And here's the thing. Oftentimes, we're looking for the right answers, but what we really need to do is to start with the right question. So here's what I want you to do. If there's a boundary you need to set in a relationship, I want you to ask 2 questions, and I want you to make a list of your answers. So the first question is, in whatever that situation is, where a boundary keeps getting crossed, where someone is being disrespectful, or they're just doing things that are not aligned with what is okay with you. Okay? Number 1, what's not okay? Actually make a list so that you can actually pinpoint what the behavior or the activity is that's not okay with you. So what's not okay? The second is, what's okay? What is appropriate? What is it that you're asking them to do instead? Make that list as well. And your list may be simple. It might be one thing you want them to stop doing and one thing you want them to do instead. Or it might be 3 or 4 things. When you get clear, you can then have a clear conversation. So if you struggle with words, I highly suggest that when you get ready to have the conversation, you actually have your notes in front of you. When you're talking to somebody and they realize you've given it that much thought, they realize how important it actually is to you. And then simply say what needs to be said. This has been happening and it's not okay with me. Here's what I'm requesting. And then stop talking. Because you know what happens. We feel uncomfortable. We say something that feels uncomfortable, and then we talk our way out of it. So after we say what's not okay, and then we say what is okay that we want them to do, we can start saying, but, if that doesn't quite work, or I don't know if it's just me, or don't do that. Say what needs to be said, and then simply stop talking. That's how you set a boundary. So if you have ever considered or pondered coaching at all, I've got some good news. Coaching is an incredible skill. Whether you actually want to be a coach or you just want to be a better leader, a better parent, a better business owner, we have a coach training intensive coming up in just a few weeks, and I would love for you to actually join me there. It's live and it's online. Just check it out at the website right there on the screen. But when it comes to setting your boundaries, get clear. What's not okay? What is okay? Communicate it and then stop talking.